that depends on me. And I run an air filter manufacturing company that makes $22 million per month. We employ entire small towns across America. People need me. The stakes couldn't be higher. This experience taught me a lot about how to keep calm under pressure. You can stop worrying and take the time to understand these principles. You won't recognize yourself once you do. When you face a health crisis, every assumption you have about life gets tested. And what I discovered about how we all avoid hard truths will surprise you. When I got hit with this health issue, it was terrifying. Having young kids made it even harder. This is one of those moments where doubt seeps in and you get scared. It's a very fragile time, but I made a commitment to myself. I was going to find the best care, make the right decision, and expect the best outcomes. Here's what surprised me most. My heart condition is genetic, so I told my family they should get tested for it too. But even after seeing what I went through, I noticed people were still afraid to get tested. They'd rather keep their head in the sand, thinking what they didn't know can't hurt them. And I get it. I was afraid too. It was terrifying, but that fear is exactly why we have to take action, not avoid it. What I realized is that calmness doesn't come from avoiding problems. It comes from acting on them. There's actually a name for this, a bias for action. The more you move towards your fears, the less power they have over you. When you take ownership of your situation, when you plan, act, and decide, you trade anxiety for agency. That's how I've lived my whole life, whether it's in business or health. I don't sit around hoping for good outcomes. I demand them through action. This experience forced me to ask one critical question that will define the rest of your life. And the answer isn't what most people think. I asked myself, what am I going to regret? And I realized it's not the things I tried and failed at. It's the things I wanted to do but didn't do because I was too afraid to even try. I've lived my life avoiding those regrets, and I am so thankful for that. But this health crisis clarified it even more. It reminded me exactly what matters most and what doesn't. Life isn't about perfection. It's about finding your way through and committing to finding your way through. That's what this whole experience taught me. When you get close to the edge, when you're forced to think about what actually matters, you realize how much you've been putting off. I realized there were areas of my life where I had been playing defense, waiting for the perfect moment instead of creating it. And the truth is, the perfect moment never comes. You create it through action. There's a simple exercise I use whenever I feel paralyzed by fear or uncertainty. I call it name it, then plan it. If you're feeling anxious about something, say calling a doctor or starting a new business, write it down. Then write down your plan. If I feel nervous calling my doctor, I will dial the number, hit call, and stay on the line. You take what feels overwhelming and you make it specific. Because at the end of the day, it's not the things you failed at that haunt you, it's the things you never had the courage to begin. The mindset that made me a millionaire also kept me healthy. I'm very thankful my mindset made a difference. I committed to expecting the best outcomes and demanding the best outcomes. That doesn't mean everything goes perfect, but it does mean you're committed to finding your way through. So I took all my business principles and applied them to this health problem. I attacked it head on with the same approach I'd use for any business challenge. Here's exactly what that looked like. Diagnose the problem, get the facts, gather data before making decisions, identify the variables you can control, bring in experts. The same way I hire great people in business, I found the best doctors I could. And then you gotta commit fully once you decide. In business, half measures kill progress. It's the same in life. Stay calm under pressure. Problems are solved by steady hands, not panic. That's the mindset that built my company, and it's the same mindset that helped me stay alive. Now, I want to be clear. Having a positive mindset isn't about pretending everything's fine. That's toxic positivity. A positive mindset isn't denial, it's discipline. It's choosing to believe that even if things aren't okay right now, you'll find a way to make them okay. When life feels chaotic, structure brings calm. And once you start treating your personal crises like solvable problems, you realize most of them are. I recently saw this phrase that perfectly captures everything I've been feeling. And if you take nothing else from this story, take this paradox that will change how you approach every single day. It's the ultimate balance. Urgency with patience. Intensity with perspective. Jeff Bezos once laid out 6 principles that helped Amazon become what it is today. But honestly, you can apply every single one of these to your life. Number 1, day 1. Bezos always said it's always day 1. That means treating every day like a startup, paranoid, scrappy, obsessed, because day 2, that's complacency.